Hi everyone, it's Megan. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you my very first Top 5 Wednesday for the top 5 LGBT books. First, I'm going to talk to you about Lily and Duncan. I read this last year. This is a middle grades book about Lily, who is a trans girl, and Duncan, who is a boy with bipolar disorder. They are both going into 8th grade. Duncan is new in town, and this is Lily's first year coming out on the outside and presenting herself as the girl that she is. So they make friends, and it's about getting to know each other, hiding their secrets for a little while, and then coming out to each other with the struggles that they deal with. I really recommend this, and I think it handles things really well for middle grade kids. It doesn't go into more detail than necessary, and I really enjoyed it. And the author's son has bipolar, so that's kind of where the idea started for her. Next is Simon versus the Homo Sapien Agenda. I think most people know what this is, but really quick, if you don't, it is YA about Simon, who is also not out, and he is communicating with someone anonymously online. The person that he's emailing also goes to his school, but they don't know who each other is. And then someone else from his school discovers his email and realizes it's Simon and blackmails him. And it's basically about Simon dealing with that story. I really like Becky Abercally's writing, and that's about it. Next is If I Was Your Girl, by Meredith Russo. Own voices. Meredith Russo is trans, and the cover model is also trans. This was also a really good story, another coming out novel. Character Amanda is in a new school, and her last school, something really bad happened. We don't know exactly what, but she's starting over at this new school, and again, trying to find the right time to let everyone know, or does she want to let anyone know? And she meets a boy and that she likes, and it's it's about what happens with that. Okay, next was one of my top books of 2016, Symptoms of Being Human by Jeff Garvin. This is about Riley, who is gender fluid. And again, Riley is starting at a new school. This is not Own Voices. Jeff Garvin is a straight, cisgendered white guy, but I think he handles this really well, and I am also not LGBT, so I can't speak for anyone else, but Riley deals with anxiety and gender dysphoria. I cannot speak to gender dysphoria, but I do personally have anxiety and take medication for it, and I really feel like the author explains what goes on in your head and the emotion, the feelings that you feel like in your chest. He explains it so well, and I really appreciated that. I don't think that I've ever read a character with anxiety that was explained so well and described so accurately. The thing that I really appreciated was that nothing is ever said to try to give away Riley's assigned gender. There's never any gendered pronouns that are used. It's always Riley or they, them, their. It doesn't feel awkward. When I first started this, I was afraid that it was going to feel really awkward. It does not come off like that at all. And I just think that Jeff did a really great job. Again, as someone who's not LGBT, as just someone who's learning, I really appreciated this book, and I feel like I learned a lot from it. To talk about is Middlesex by Jeffrey Eugenides. And the reason that I'm making this my number one is that I read it about 12 years ago for the first time. And at that point in my life, I felt that gender was a very black and white thing. You're male or you're female, and that's based on what's between your legs. So I've just really learned a lot from this book. The first time that I had ever really learned details about intersexuality. This book does have some problematic elements. I have read and heard other people's feelings and opinions, and I respect those. If you're not familiar with this book, I guess I should start with a synopsis. So, reading this book for the first time since I originally read it, I'm about almost halfway through. The character that this story is about is Calliope Stephanides. Calliope, or Cal, or Callie, for the first, I think 12 or 13 years of his life, and then he became Cal, or he transitioned to Cal. So basically, Cal is intersexed, but he mostly uses the word hermaphrodite in this book. I don't know why the author chose that word. I don't know why the character is more comfortable with that word, but that's the word that is used. But it really doesn't get into Cal's life. I'm on page 205, 215, something like that, and it's just getting to where Cal is born. Because at the heart of this, while it is about Cal and his experiences, it is an epic, multi-generational novel. It follows from the old world into America. It follows his grandparents, then his parents, and then it comes to him. Another thing that some people find problematic is the fact that it is explaining the genetic reasons for his being born intersexed, and in this book it's explained as a result of inbreeding, because his grandparents were brother and sister and his parents were cousins, second cousins. So some people read that as being told that being intersexed is wrong or bad or a birth defect, and that's upsetting to some people. I find genetics in general to be really interesting, so that's, I think, why I find the family genetic history to be interesting, not because I see it as, oh, this is why he was born wrong or something like that. I think this is a really interesting book. I really like it. It's beautifully written, but it does have problematic elements. Not just made an impact on my life personally. People are born who they are, but not in the way that I thought before. So that's my top 5 Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear some of your favorite LGBT books. I have a lot more on my shelf that I haven't read yet. But if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear it. And I look forward to seeing your top 5 Wednesday videos if you participate as well. I will link the Goodreads group for Top 5 Wednesday. I think it's run by Sam on Thoughts on Tomes, I think, but I'll double check all that and I will link below. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below, and I will see you next time.